Hi there guys, this is Maciej or Miles, Sierra November 5 Victor or Sugar Queen 5 Echo Bravo Mike. Well, it's been quite a while since my last video, and do forgive me, I don't have a bad hair day, but I've been sitting for quite a long now in my headset, so I might not look too great for a photo shoot I try. So, like I said, some 2 years, if I recall well, from or maybe a year from my last video. Did not have time to focus on providing any content for YouTube, especially that I have lots of things to do. So that time spent was I was focused mainly on my professional life, of course, family life too. As you know, I have moved in 2016 to a new QTH, so I was spending most of my free time doing things around the house. So my garden will look like something I am not ashamed of. And I did, of course, spend some time by the radio. Don't get me wrong, I'm addicted to radio waves. But since that, I'm not sure have I mentioned that, but along this time, along the way, a few things happened in the radio amateur context. So I've managed to score a second in Poland QRP on 160 meters in CQW WCW. That was CQWW 160 meters contest in 2017. Also in CQWPX, sorry for not looking at the camera, I'm looking at my wall with diplomas. I was first in 160 meters, fifth in Europe, fifth in the world, fourth in Europe. And in 2018 I've managed to score number one in Poland in CQWPX contest SSB 20 meters QRP. That was third place in the world and third in Europe. What else? I'm looking at my awards here. And last year I was fifth. Let me see. Yeah. I was in CQWW SSB on 80 meters. I was fourth in Europe, fifth in the world, and first in Poland in high power category. So I had an inverted L antenna with some 15 meters of mast, and the rest was parallel. Horizontal. With some 20 something radials. This year I'm running with a full-size quarter wave on 80 meters and some 70 radials and a loading coil for 160, but I just don't have time enough or strength enough to focus on contesting recently. As some of you might know, my work tends to require me to be very focused and to find errors that other people make. That means that spending all night long and or 2 days contesting, it's very difficult, and it puts a strain on my performances. This year in 2020, I'm running with a special call sign. I'm celebrating 25 years, a quarter of a goddamn century as an amateur radio operator, and 30 years since I have picked the microphone for the first time, being just a kid in 1990 from my father's truck. So I'm making lots of QSOs now, just because I've spent almost all last summer doing things around the house. Now I have more time off. I'm happy, and that's a special QSO. Not sure will you see it, but you can see it on qrz.com with few words on the back, and my homage to the guys that helped me along the way. So Sugar Nancy 25 Echo Bravo Mike. That's the call sign. And since January the 1st of this year, around 500 something QSOs. So quite a lot. Some people don't get 500 QSOs in a year or two. So that's it. Recently, power supply broke down, so I'm running with a spare power supply. New one is on the way. It should be here tomorrow on Monday. What else? Actually, nothing very special in the context of contesting, but I've been focused very much on emergency communications. As some of you might know, I'm an emergency communication manager for the voivodeship. That's the state here, the biggest one in Poland, unfortunately. All together with Adrian as Q5 AM and Hubert as P5 RE. So I was very much into that. We have great people there, you know, really great and very committed people. So we've spent a lot of time working with the administration, training with rescue teams. I was very active in that area of amateur radio. What else? K9AY, my receive antenna is down. I have it in my garage. It's just not for me. I don't find it good enough. It's not working here. So on the receive side, the changes are that I have a 134 meters long beverage on ground, POG, some 1 meter above ground beverage, pointing New Zealand, and the width of the beam is around 60 degrees if I'm not mistaken. So it also covers VK and Japan a bit. I'm happy for that because thanks to that beverage I can work Zulu Limas and JAs on 80 meters. I used to have a Echo Whiskey Echo receive antenna for 90 degrees for east, but there's no sense in keeping it. I have other antennas for that direction. So I have a Echo Whiskey Echo on 7 meter fishing poles, pointing west, more or less west, stateside. And a beverage that is 90 meters long, pointing some 345 degrees. That's the only direction, that's the only azimuth I could have installed it. It's a BOG, beverage on ground too. So the width of the beam should cover Canada and States. Had a loop on ground, but I wasn't pleased with it. So I have a vertical full-size delta, well it was a triangle, not a delta per se, but full-size vertical on 80 meters, and I use it for receiving purposes too, and it seems to be working well. Had it on a very thin telephone wire, military telephone wire, but right now it's on a proper copper. I think it's 2.5 millimeter diameter copper wire, copper line. So and it changed a lot. The width, the bandwidth of this antenna has changed. What else? 19 elements directional Yaqui for 70 centimeters is up. That's a new thing. And that's more or less it, I think. Really, guys, few of my viewers asked me to post something new. I might do so during the contest. I was taking part in the CQ W 160 meters that was last weekend. But it's nothing interesting to make a video about and to talk about. Maybe in CQW PX SSB I will put the recording on and provide you with some videos. Like I said, the main problem is that after recording them I have to edit them, and I don't have time for that. I just don't have time for that. So It might be in one long cut, same as this one. It's unedited. I'm just trying to think. Well, cheers, by the way. It's a nice mango Weizen. Yeah. So last year I have turned 40, and I got a great present from my ham radio friends. Antenna analyzer, custom made. I'm very pleased with it. It certainly helps very much with any antenna manufacturing. That's something you might have not seen previously. A very cheap Chinese dynamic microphone, and people are constantly asking me on HF what kind of setup I use. How come I'm able to get such a nice audio? And that's it. Some 10 euros for the mic, some 12 euros for the boom, and that's it. Yeah, you can see some acoustic panels in the background. I'm not sure, can you see it or not? I don't have a view of the screen of my camera right now. I also made a soundproofing screen on my entrance door, so my wife, with a huge acoustic panel, so my wife downstairs won't get any QRMs from me when I'm operating a station here, especially in the contest, sometimes at night. So that's it. And I suppose that's all, guys. If you will have any other questions, if you will have ideas you would like to ask me about, just feel free to do so, and post it in comment. I will try to respond in a video. And Polish stations, do forgive me for not recording this in Polish. Few people complain that my videos are in English, but I suppose that most ham radio operators, at least the ones proficient in the hobby, are capable of understanding English, and recording only one language version is easier for me. It's less time consuming, so that's it. I think yeah. Anything else? That's all. So do forgive me for not providing you with nice content, and thank you very much to those who either via the radio or the emails wrote me that they liked my videos, and the ones that are also on Adrian's SQ5 AM YouTube channel, the ones we've recorded, instructing new hams and talking about ham radio, and showing how contests look. That they appreciate the effort, and that we were presenting that in a very simple way. So thank you for your kind words. And if you want me to record something, to talk about some issues, some things in ham radio, just tell me that, and I will try to make a directed, focused video about it. Till the next time, bye.